talk about three attributes, three biases that we have as individuals within ourselves. And that is slightly different to your father-in-law. It's called the personal attributional bias. Always looking at the negative in people. I know you see the negative in the situation.
That's more what Karen was saying. I don't want everyone to think I'm a drain.
No. Not for a moment am I suggesting that. But what we're looking at here is that you only see the negative in a person. You don't see the positive, right? So, for example, John is always late. John is always late. Yeah, John, no, not you, John. Just, okay, Bob. I do apologize. Change that. Bob. Bob is always late. Bob is always late.
Not late that often.
So Bob turns up late for a meeting. Yeah, of course he's late. He's bound to be late. He's always late. But this time his car broke down. So he's got a legitimate reason for being late. But because he has been late 5 times before, the assumption is on the 6th time, John is always late. This guy, say for example, I'm in a meeting, Leslie cut me short, she doesn't like me. Hang on a minute, Leslie was running short of time in the meeting, she needed to finish the meeting. It's not because she doesn't like you. Leslie doesn't like me and that's why she cut me short in the meeting. Do you see? Always looking at the negative situations. Leslie doesn't like me. That's why she's done this. Yeah? Slight insecurity that comes up with these personal biases that we have. The other one is a self-serving bias. These people are really, really difficult to work with. I'm always right. If something goes wrong, it's somebody else's point, somebody else's fault. I will always take credit for what I have done. It was my idea. Yeah, I finished that. I was the one who stayed late. So kudos to Diksha. Diksha never makes a mistake. Diksha's always right. Everybody else is at fault. These people are really difficult to work with. Yeah? As I can talk, I can see these guys whirling away thinking, oh, I know somebody like that.
Oh, yeah.
Don't share. It's all right. Don't worry. I'm not expecting you guys to work together. I'm not expecting you to share. The books are there for you to write your own thoughts in them. And then the final one I want to address, that they think I'm always right again. And people should, I'm God. You get a lot of that. You get a lot of that in the Eastern traditions. Like in Indian companies that work to old-fashioned ways, the door is always shut in the manager's office. You have to knock before you enter. Yeah, this is like, I'll talk about the positive there as well. So you have to knock when you come in. And if you see this big babu, big sahib, you'll see there's a big table there and he's sitting on one side and there are 5 people sitting in front of him, right? So he's actually talking to 5 different people about 5 different problems all at the same time. You know, it makes him feel like God. It makes him feel like I'm the big chief, yeah? And these guys have absolutely no confidentiality there at all. They could be team members. They might have problems with one another. But he likes to sit there, godlike, talking. Notice I say he, it could also be a she. You know, but you don't get any privacy. And they feel that they are God. They feel that they are the authority and they cannot be challenged. Now, if you're sitting on the other side of the table, your mindset is also quite similar. You will find it hard to challenge the manager. Now, in Eastern countries, you have a lot of team. People work as a team. It's not serve the individual, it's serve the team. It's the greater aspect that's more important in Eastern. And that's where the non-direct communication comes in a lot, because they work as a team. Now, what happens with this team is, again, there's a lovely example there. An American company, a manager from an American company comes to India to their branch. So manager takes Indian employee along to take a tour. So as they're going along, the American manager is saying, do you understand? Yes. Do you understand? Yes. Do you understand? Yes. So the American manager is confident that this guy understands what he's doing. So when they finish the tour, the American manager says to the Indian chap, okay, you do that job, whatever it was, A, B, C, and I'll see you in a bit. And he disappears. This Indian guy is left wanting. He's shocked. Why? Because he's just left him to fend for himself. He's been used to micromanaging. He is used to people in authority telling him and guiding him through what he needs to do. So when he said yes, he was saving face. He did not want to tell this guy who was more senior than him that he actually did not understand what was being said to him. And this American guy comes and assumes, if he just says, do you understand? He says, yes, that's fine, you understand. No, this guy don't understand. He's just saying yes to save face because he knows you're more senior. we have to be aware of these cultural differences that comes along. And a lot of the time when you have this situation who's got this authority bias, it's very difficult to deal with people like that. You just have to be aware that's how they think. That's how they are.